the students who study Qur'an, the continuity and the barakat of the Qur'an is such a powerful thing that if you look at the present situation, and I must have mentioned this somewhere in the past, if you look at the situation in London and in America, with synagogues being sold and churches being sold, haven't you seen online a lot of places in America telling you, donate, we want to buy a church and turn it into a masjid? Have you seen that in the last couple of years? Every day you get these fundraising appeals. And many a times they're telling you, we are buying a church or a synagogue to turn it into a masjid. In addition to that being a very wonderful thing, that the masjid is being built, there is something to contemplate on. A church is being closed down. A synagogue is being closed down. And do you know one of the reasons for that? One of the reasons, Allah knows best. The main reason, I don't know, only Allah knows, Wallahu a'lam. One of the reasons for that is that we are commanded in the Quran, and we are commanded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we have seen in the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam the emphasis of learning the Quran and teaching it. خَيْرُكُمْ مَنْ تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَعَلَّمَهُ. The best amongst you is he who learns the Quran and teaches it. And because Muslims are learning the Quran and teaching the Quran, Islam is growing. And because Allah knows best, and I'm just using an example, because you don't see that as much in Christianity and Judaism. See the point? They go to church on a Sunday, and the rest of the days, it's just a few. And I'm just telling you this from statistics. I'm not criticizing anybody. This is a research. The Christians and the Jews did this research. That's why the present research on Islam is that in 2050, Muslims will be the largest population here in America. Christians have analyzed and came up with this analysis and this study. Well, what is the reason? Christians got churches, every corner is a church. Christians got Christian schools. Christians got Christian schools. Jews got synagogues. Jews got Jewish schools. But why are the numbers dwindling down? They go to the synagogue on Saturday. They go to church on Sunday, generally, the majority. There's just a few who will go daily because they all got daily prayers. Do you know that? Christians and Jews all got a certain amount of daily, whether 1, 2, 3 different things, but they don't go. But beside that, they got their main Saturday Shabbat. They got their main Sunday Shabbat for the Christians and for the Jews on Saturdays. And there are some Christians who do what is called the 7 days Adventist, their Sabbath days on Saturday. Now our Sabbath day is on Friday. And what am I saying here, bi'idhnillah? If our Muslims only go for Jummah, yeah? If Muslims only go for Jummah, it's farz, nobody says no. But only goes for Jummah, as you see what happens, we can end up like the Jews and Christians. Because their churches and synagogues are filled on Saturdays and Sundays. But the children are not being fed the Bible and the Torah as Muslim children are being fed. And I say fed, that we try every opportunity to give them the Quran. So because of that, the ilm, al-ilm nur, knowledge is light. The light opens up their brain. And hence you don't only have what is called an awam, public audience for Jummah, like you have on a Sunday in a church and on a Saturday in a synagogue, that when those people die out, you don't have a continuation. But with the Quran, as the elders pass away, you have a continuation with those who learn the Quran. So the barakat of the continuation of the Muslim Ummah is the Quran.